Viconia. Priestess robe. That'll sell for a good amount. Handmaiden's mace. Also pretty valuable. Walking fortress. Rebuke the mighty. When a foe hits you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction dealing 2 to 8 force damage and knock it prone unless they succeed a dex save. Spell guard. You gain advantage on saving throws against spells. Spell attack rolls against you have disadvantage. It has reflective shell and warding bond. Yeah. Shadowheart, I think you're going to want that, because that is a huge step up from your current shield. I mean, it's a +3 with those bonus spells. Yeah. That's very much worth wielding. Crimes of the Moon Maiden by the Anti-Lunar League. Well known to any who throws in their lot with Saloon. 4 ways she has of pulling the wool over one's eyes. First, she can make you think your husband is a werewolf when he's only forgotten to shave. Really? Second, she's always changing, making it difficult for slow painters to capture her likeness. Third, tides. Absolutely bugger the tides. Fourth, people keep associating the moon with femininity, and frankly, we're fed up reading the same poetry over and over. It's all that celestial bin saloon's fault. Wow. That is absurdly stupid. There. Got through that. This is a very old room.
A little hideaway. Why does this place seem so familiar?
Oh no. Hastily written note. She's going to make me look in the mirror again. She's going to take my memories. I do not want to forget who I am. I like flowers. I like animals. My name is... Writing breaks off in a jagged scrawl as if interrupted.
I wrote this. It speaks of a mirror that steals memories. Is that how they did this to me?
Probably. They heap precious pelf upon the altar as if it were nothing. The door once gold, trinkets, baubles of mammon. And through here is the dormitory. A tiefling named Nocturne.
Shadowheart? I wasn't sure if I'd ever lay eyes on you again. It's me, Nocturne. Do you remember?
You recall
Her
the
one
man
friend.
Shadowheart recovered by eating the noble stalk. This must be the person she remembered.
I remember you, but you're different. Very different. I used to call you something else, didn't I?
You did. But that's not who I am now. I remember the other initiates used to tease you about your name, the one you chose to honor Lady Shah. They were attacking who you were. I never found it funny, but I wasn't quite sure why. Eventually, I realized it was because I wasn't happy with who I was. I couldn't keep going like that. But seeing how you fought on, I realized that I didn't have to. From then on, I was Nocturne. It wasn't easy, but everything started to make sense. I could breathe.
It's a beautiful name. Suits you well.
Agreed.
Thank you. Picked it myself. But enough of that. I can't believe you're back.
Not sticking
Been trying
around.
to return here as long as I can remember, which admittedly doesn't amount to much.
They whispered it was a suicide mission. This search for the artifact you were sent on.
Close to it.
Some even thought it was the Mother Superior's plan alone, and not Lady Shah's intent. But now it seems you've turned on both the Mother Superior and Lady Shah.
I'll say nothing. Leave this up to
Shah
her.
condemned me. By her decree, you and I are enemies.
Only if you wish us to be. You helped me be true to myself. I will not begrudge you for discovering yourself, even if it displeases Lady Shah.
That's good enough for me. I'm not sure what I expected coming back to this place. Certainly not a friend. There must be all sorts you can tell me. Things I can't even remember.
There are. But with the Mother Superior gone, I don't know if I can stay here to reminisce. Perhaps there's another enclave out there for me.
Or you could take over this one and run it better.
Shah.
You don't, perhaps. Not everyone is as brave. I'll leave come tomorrow. Come see me before then. I was working as quartermaster. I can sell you some things to aid you. And we can catch up.
Sounds good.
I
Let's
can
make some
still
sales.
scarcely believe it. You've returned, and the Mother Superior is gone. So much can change, so quickly. At least we can talk freely. Now
Anything
that
else
she
you can
is
tell
gone.
us?
Well, you had a pet mouse for a while. It was against the rules, of course. You used to hide him under your robes and feed him from your rations.
You have a name?
Nibbles. I suggested Bree, but you were having none of it. She caught you with him. Forced you to get rid of him in front of everyone. To make an example. You always loved animals. But you never let yourself get too close after that. I'm sorry. Not the sort of thing you want to hear, I'm sure.
Any others?
Well, you know that little scar on your elbow?
You know about that? Thing's fucking tiny.
I was there when you picked that up. It was years ago when we were initiates. Some of the others were intent on tormenting us until you showed them the error of their ways. I think it was 6 against 2, and most of them were bigger than us to boot, but you saw them off, all of them.
Ha!
There were some bruised lips and black eyes in the mess hall that night. And from then on, they left us alone. Or at least, they bothered us less.
Good. Where'd the scar come from, though?
A collision between your elbow and the teeth of a girl called Baldur. She came away from it worse than you.
Nice.
She was on the same mission as you. I suppose she won't be coming back.
Probably not.
In any case, the Mother Superior soon broke up the fighting, though she didn't punish us. In fact, I saw her smiling. I think she was proud of you.
Probably. Anything else?
Just small things, silly things. The sort you'd scarcely recall even if your memories were left intact. You had a little hiding place that you went to when you needed to get away. You brought me there sometimes. We'd talk, play, read, do each other's hair.
I think we already found that.
You'd be the first. As quartermaster, I was able to keep it hidden back there, exactly as you left it.
And you're the one responsible for her hairstyle.
The plait and fringe? Yes, on your instructions, of course. You were very intent on a bold look, I think you said. My hands were cramped by the time I finished, but you were very pleased. I like the new look as well, though. You always did like a dramatic touch.
It's good to see that Shadowheart's found a friend after all these years.
40 years of my life, documented like I was some sort of specimen.
Oh god. It has been years since Waterdeep, since Soldan Esselar. At last the trail has gone cold enough so that I may recommence Lady Shar's holy work. It is true that secrecy is the greatest shield of all, yet the sacrifices needed for this new beginning have been steep. It had better prove to be worth it. Baldur's Gate. It feels strange to be back in this place, so familiar, yet I cannot engage with it. I am like a living ghost, hidden and watching. Time has rushed past like an autumn storm. Lady Shar's church in Baldur's Gate grows steadily and in secret under my command. I have named it in the cloister of somber embrace. For the Night Singer's embrace is the final goal that we all crave. One day, this place could even surpass what I created in Waterdeep. Yet by then, it may not be mine to command. Lady Shar tells me there is another. One I must grow pry from a foul Selûnite heritage, and reshape to become Darkness's champion. An audacious plan, but one that could cost me everything. I must stay resolute. I must find this child for Lady Shar. My spies have reported to me. The child has been found. A girl with hair of the sheerest black. She will soon come of age and be lost to the moon bitch forever. But our plan is in motion. Under a cloak of darkness, the girl shall soon be ours. That explains a lot. We've already searched everything in here. All that's left is the chambers behind her throne. Or her altar, not throne.
Worth grabbing. After I moved something on the altar.
Stone inscription, treasured in light, lost in dark. Unlocked the way into these back chambers. Her parents are gonna be here.
I see my parents. Gods,
That's them.
what's been done to them?
They're still alive.
It can't be. Another vile trick.
No, there is no trick. It's her. Jennifer. Jen. Our little girl.
You finally know your real name again.
It is you.
I'm here to get you out of here. They're all gone. It's over.
Getting close to them is making her curse worse.
It is not over.
Shar.
You see, it matters not if you raise this place. If you slay every one of your brothers and sisters. That was never where my power resided. Every time you tried to step away from me, every time you tried to reach for Selûne, my hold on you bites deeper. If you had learned, if you had obeyed, there would be no pain. But you struggle on. You will make things worse for yourself. And for them.
You're a monster, not a goddess.
I am neither. I am nothing. I am the empty room. The dreamless sleep. The shadow's shadow. There was no pain before my sister set the sun aflame. Now you exist to suffer. Until you find your way back to my embrace.
Enough! I'm taking my parents away from here. I'm taking them away from you.
You cannot. We are still bound to you. You cannot both free us and free yourself from her curse. The Moon Maiden needs you more than she needs us. You are the future. You must return to the fold. We are the past. And our duty is almost done.
Eloquently put. His mind stood up well to his time here. The same cannot be said for your mother. Such brief, fragile lives humans lead. This is my final lesson. I leave you now to dwell on your mistakes and make your choice.
Any choice that spites you is the right one.
Shar's parting words make your flesh crawl. There is no lesson to be learned here, only a family's torment, a spiteful goddess's whims, and an unspeakable choice to be made.
She's gone. I don't understand.
Shar will never admit defeat. Not until she has stolen one last thing from you. We cannot allow your future to be her last prize. Not after all your mother and I have endured. To see you again. Your companion understands, I think. Help her, please. Help her see what must be done.
Talk to your parents. See what they wish.
I'm sorry. I didn't know any of this was happening until it was much too late. I came to try to put things right.
And you did. You found us. All these years, that dream kept us going. That you would break free. No matter what they made you do to us, we knew you were still in there.
I knew the Dark Woods wouldn't frighten you. You were always such a brave girl.
She was. And still is. You've saved us. Now save yourself. You'll be out of Shah's reach, and we'll be at peace.
I only just found you again after all this time. I can't lose you again.
We'll still be with you. By the Moon Maiden's grace, we'll never be far. Please, Jennifer.
I trust you to make this choice, Shadowheart. You don't need me to tell you what's right. You've done it before.
Is this truly what you want?
It is what we need. All of us. You were meant to be a guiding light for Seluna's faithful, but they robbed you from us. Now that can be righted, and we can rest.
Help us, Jen. I can let go. Now I've seen your face again.
Goodbye.
Not goodbye. Not even close.
Moons. They bring Seluna's light to dark places and offer guidance to those in need.
Oh, by clicking that I
My
accidentally skipped a
parents are
cutscene.
watching over me. Let's leave
They
this
died,
place.
but they were turned into
There's
those.
nothing more for me here.
Odd glitch there that clicking, keeping silent, skipped over that, but they're alive. Well, they're alive in another form, and they'll always be with her. And watching over others that follow Saloon. So what should I call you now, then?
Shadowheart, still. I can't run away from who I was all this time. Besides, there's something fitting to it. Can't cast a shadow without sunlight.
Well said. Now let's finish up here and get your memories back. The Mirror of Loss. That should be what will restore your memories.
A huge polished disc looms before you. A mirror. One that was used to wrest your memories from you.
Don't think there's any way she can use the mirror to restore her memories.
No, never mind.
I think they're just gone.
My parents. I saw them. Spoke to them. And let them go. It's more than I can take in just now. Give me a night to try and get my head together.
I understand.
With haste.
I can't blame you at all. Just wish there was more I could do to help you. Sadly, pain like that doesn't just go away.
Doesn't look like anyone's been here in a while. Perhaps people lost faith. Or forgot about it. I wanted to come here. To see if I felt anything that I hadn't done before. Now that I know what I know. Now that I know who I am.
Do you feel anything?
Loss. Actual loss, not Shah's oblivion. I had my family. For too short a moment. Now they're gone. By my hand.
They're not truly gone. Remember the moon motes. Remember what you've done for them.
I remember. But they can't comfort me. They can't give me advice. They can't tell me what I was like as a little girl.
I know I can't replace them, but I'll give you everything I can. Everything I have. So what's next?
We carry on. It's all we can do. I'll follow in a while. I think I want to stay here a little longer, firstly. This place isn't familiar, but it's peaceful.
Decided just who you are now?
Shadowheart. She's as much a part of who I am as Jennifer. Can't just forget her. It's not what I do anymore. Besides, Shadowheart still suits me. That little hideaway that we found in the cloister, it almost felt like I'd found a piece of my childhood. A childhood I don't truly remember. But remember it or not, I felt right at home there. Surrounded by books and night orchids.
Want to go spend a little more time there?
Don't tempt me. Might find it hard to leave. Well, can you imagine what it would have been like growing up in that place? Endless training, no privacy, facing scorn wherever I looked. I can very easily imagine I needed somewhere to escape to, if I was to survive. Nocturne and I must have come here a lot. We probably had plenty we wanted to hide from. Anyway, I think that little hideaway helped shape who I am, as much as any sermon or training did. Funny the things that influence you.
What about the memories that were taken from you?
Most are lost forever. Some may creep back into my mind if I encounter anything that helps clear the fog. Then there's what Shah did restore to me. Memories of pain, suffering, both my own and what I inflicted. It's overwhelming. Like a lifetime's worth of nightmares unleashed all at once upon waking. I can barely untangle one moment from another, not that I even want to. I just know that my heart sinks if I let my thoughts wander to them.
But what about your memories of us? Not just you and I, but the whole party.
Of course. From the first time I laid eyes on you right until now. That's all safe. I wouldn't surrender even a moment of it.
Good. Embrace that. Alright. This tower should lead us to the top of the wall. And from here, it looks like we should be able to get to Cazador's place. Tsar Palace, South Tower. Yeah, this definitely leads to Cazador.
I can sneak in. The security shouldn't be too tight. A few charmed innocents, maybe.
This is the Palace of Cazador Tsar. Entry is forbidden. Leave now, citizen.
The god's words are clear, but spoken without thought or intent. Behind her eyes, you see nothing. She must be one of the charmed thralls Astarion mentioned.
Clearly. Let's go with Deception. I've been getting pretty decent at that. A little guidance, and it's guaranteed. 35, goddamn.
Of course. Whatever the master desires. Enter freely. and of your own will.
Ah, and there's that bat symbol that I saw down in the Underdark. So that has to be a way out of the depths of his palace later. Tsar Palace Servant Etiquette. Memorize these rules and do not fail to follow them. Do your job silently. Do not speak unless spoken to. The master likes it quiet. If you are not busy, find something to do and look busy. The master likes diligence. If you encounter the master, stand still and cast your eyes down with deference. The master likes to be respected. No whistling. Vampires do have sensitive ears, so the no whistling part I suppose I can understand.
Astarion. Vampire dens. What should I expect?
Vampires would be a safe bet.
Yeah.
Hilarious. You belong on stage. Perhaps the blood-stained sort, with a hooded man standing by, axe in hand.
So long as there's a cheering crowd. As for vampire dens, I'd brace your nose. They can be very organic.
It can't be worse than the fucking illithid dens we've been through. Well, that door is definitely something I'm wary about going through.
Master Astarion, what are you doing here? Why aren't you downstairs? The doors have already been sealed. The ritual is about to begin.
Take my advice. Run. Get the hell out of here while you still can.
Abandon the Master at his moment of triumph. What is wrong with you? Do you wish to spite him again? I'm wasting time talking to a damned man. There is too much to do, too much to prepare.
Clearly also brainwashed. Ah. Dead vampire spawn, sleeping in a casket, or, well, laid to rest in a casket in their private chamber.
That's curious.
Diary of Antoine Dufay, Chamberlain of Cazador's Palace. Final page of the diary reads, I know enough about what the Master has in mind with his ritual that I refuse to be a stand-in for that missing brat Astarion. Even if Cazador finds my body, the potion Bone Cloak sold me is promised to provide a convincing illusion of death, especially since I'll leave behind a look-alike potion of acid poison. My one regret is dear Gloriana, but I simply cannot trust her with the secret of my one chance to escape. When the potion wears off, Cazador will have ascended, and I will have need of my services, or he will be no more, and the mastery of the palace will fall to me. Huh. So the fucker's alive, huh? Just appears dead. The ballroom door. Maybe this'll tell us how to get through it. The Kazakuran dictionary we use to train new servants on how to operate the ballroom door has gone missing, and my signet ring alone won't do it. Please have the servants sort this out. It shouldn't be my problem to solve. Good day. Note continues in a different handwriting. Good day. The servants and I are thoroughly busy preparing for the Master's celebration. Get your bones out of the kennel and search every chamber on the vampire spawn level, and quickly. Find that book.
Behold, one of Cazador's cheapest tricks. An illusionary wall. Behind it is the kennel. A fetid little cell he'd throw us into when displeased.
Well, let's get in there.
Looks like an ambush.
I know you're there, Golly. Stop skulking and show yourself.
You always were sharp, little one.
Oh, it's a skeleton.
To cut yourself.
It's taking everything I have not to grind your rotten carcass to dust.
Don't be mad at Cody, child. I only did my job. Only kept you in line.
You tortured us. For days at a time.
Oh, yes. And you sang so sweetly for me. None of the others screamed like you did. But you're home now, and you brought me a treat, eh? A new friend for Cody.
Oh, you're gonna fucking die.
Oh, yes. Fight Cody! Spill your blood on his kennel's floor.
I'm gonna enjoy destroying you. But it looks like Asterion gets to do most of the damage. Only needed 3 attacks. All too easy. Alright, we need that ring.
I don't recognize the language, though.
I should probably give the ring to Asterion.